Having said some of these things, I also need to emphasize how we have to work on our own selves as against trying to um, change anybody. So we always, some of us go into marriage thinking that we can change those things that we don't like. So I also did that. So I saw some things I didn't really like in my husband, and but I felt like, oh, he will change. He will change. But I want to sound a note of warning to us, because if it is something that you feel that you cannot live with, don't ever think you can change, because even yourself, you will find it difficult to change yourself, not to talk of another human being. It is only God that can change people. You cannot change anybody. Even yourself is difficult for you to change. So, don't go into marriage thinking that, oh, he will change or she will change, or I can help him to change this or help her to change this. No, it is very difficult. Some of the things I felt that would change is still currently going on in my marriage. The one that was very, will I say, I was very passionate about, I started praying about it. There was a particular stuff I was praying about in my marriage. Do you know that I can say that maybe when I started to see real change was like 11 years after my marriage. So you can imagine, if it is something that will constantly cause me heartache, it means I would have been in this constant state of sorrow, of unhappiness for 11 years. And some people will be there for the rest of their lives in that place, just because they felt that they could change and the man or the woman never changed. So you cannot marry thinking that, oh, I will change, and or that I will change him or I will change her. So we need to know that one. It is something we should know before marriage. Another thing is that we need to know that we are not marrying a superhuman. So when there was a time when I'm the kind of person that when I share, when I'm not happy about something, or when someone offends me, especially my husband, I expect that he would come and apologize and pamper me and say he's sorry and all that. I really don't know how to. I I'm not the kind of person that will just come immediately and talk about it and all that. So I will enter my shell, I'll withdraw, and expect that he would come and pamper me and all that. So it has been happening for a while. And then one day it happened, we had an argument, and then I entered into my shell thinking that after a while, as usual, he would come. But he did not come as usual. The second day, the same thing. So this silent treatment continued all through the second day, and we're not talking. And I was shocked because we were still quite new in marriage. And the third day, the same thing. And I started to get upset and angry, and even more angry than before. And I'm now thinking about something else, overthinking things, and it was getting quite out of hand and unnecessary, very unnecessary. But because I was like, oh, he's meant to come, he's this, I mean, thinking it in my mind. And I can't remember how we eventually resolved the matter, but I remember telling him that I can't believe that you would do that. How would you profess to love somebody and you won't be talking to her for almost about 3 days, blah blah blah. And he told me, said, I am a human being, I am not an angel, I'm not a superhuman. So yeah, these things can happen. And I was shocked to hear that response, because what I expected was to hear that, oh, I'm sorry, or blah blah blah. But it made me to realize that he is not a superhuman, so it can happen, which means it can still happen again. And I had to quickly reset my brain that, well, welcome to the real world, welcome to reality, that it is actually possible that I will not apologize. And what do I do? Would I now continue to continue the silent treatment? I needed to wake up and also find ways of resolving matters. So we are not married to superhuman. We need to get that into our head that they will do some things that will shock us. But we still have to find ways of retracing our steps, which was what I did. I started retracing my steps, and all some of the attitudes I had adopted before, some of the mindset I had adopted before, I had to start putting them aside and start reworking some things.